Always a great day for floor hockey here on FHL Game of the Week. The Sanders Cup 2017 playoffs already 1 week underway. First game matchups from last time. The Wheat Kings, the Bruins, Team Success, and the Whalers all picking up that important first game of the series win. This week, we'll be watching very closely as the Whalers take on the Swarm again, hoping to increase their lead 2-0 in the series. And can the Wheat Kings take a stranglehold over the Stealth and push them to the brink of 1 game away from elimination? We're heading down to the studio with Mr. Norino and Mr. Skillen.
Last game, you took an L. How are you supposed to bounce back?
Pass a bit more.
Alright, got anything else?
Get more chances.
Alright, thank you. You guys are down in the series. How are you guys supposed to bounce back?
Probably more passing in front of the net and working on getting it in the zone.
Yeah? Alright, thank you.
And we're here with Game of the Week, Mr. Skillen. Welcome back. We missed you last week.
Well, thanks for having me back. I was away for a little bit, but I'm back now.
It wasn't the same without you. Mr. Stansfield does a good job, but it's great to have you back here. We're looking at Game 2 between the Wheat Kings and the Stealth today. Fantastic matchup. We're looking at probably a fairly close game between these two. What do you think the key is for the Wheat Kings to put that stranglehold on and take a 2-0 series lead over the Stealth?
Well, the Wheat Kings are going to have to try and keep the big shooters off the scoreboard of the Stealth. On the Stealth, they got Big Al and Luke, a couple of the leading scorers in the league. They can really rip it, so the Wheat Kings are going to have to get into shooting lanes and try and protect their goaltender.
We've got a face-off deep in the Wheat Kings end. We've got Landon Friesen playing goal as per usual. Last game, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, Hollywood Quinton Damon had a bit of a stomach issue, but he is tip-top condition today, so we should be seeing quite a lot of fantastic saves from him. Still scoreless here, only about a minute into the game, and there's Alex dumping it in deep. But it goes in! That dump and chase works for Alex. He's on the board, and it's about that time, Mr. Skillen.
Right on cue, Big L letting one rip and scoring. Just like I said, they got to try and keep him off the score sheet.
$1 million score and win coming at you this week. Who have we got for $1 million score and win, Mr. Skillen?
We got Mr. Jamie Osher, a big fan of ours there out in Hockey Land.
So if Alex scores one more goal in regulation time, he's going to be $1 million richer. That's Jamie Osher from Dryden, Ontario.
That's probably the best chance anyone will have to win $1 million this year. Al's already got one in there. If he gets one more, we're looking at $1 million winner.
And you got to think he's playing against a fairly short-statured Wheat Kings team. He's got a lot of size. Luke's got a lot of height on him. There's another shot from Alex. Could he make it 2 right away? Big save by Landon.
Well, Landon's a tough goalie. He's played solid all year long. And this Wheat Kings team is good. They're small, but they are fast, and they are quick, and they are all danglers with that ball.
And a special shout-out to captain of the Wheat Kings, Barrett Edinburgh. It is his birthday today, so happy birthday, Barrett.
Right on cue. That looks like him firing away there.
Absolutely. We've got Raleigh deep in the zone here. Looks like he's got a 90-degree curve on that stick of his.
Yeah, I seen them working on that in the hallway before the game, getting everything ready, getting all prepared to go.
Somewhat of a Stan Mikita banana blade illegal curve on that, but I guess it's not contradictory to the rules of the FHL. Going behind the net is Brandon Gustafson passing it out. Loses it in the neutral zone, and easy swat away for Landon Friesen. Quinton coming out of the net to play it, passes it off to Luke.
Both goalies make sure they're kicking that rebound off to the corner so as not to throw it out in a dangerous area.
Got our special celebrity special celebrity referee, rather, Aiden Butts of Team Success. Team Success involved just moments before this game in just a quick scrimmage. They picked up the default forfeit win against the Cruisers, who were unable to play today. As well, the Bruins picked up their default forfeit win over the Lumberjacks, who were also unable to play. So both of those teams currently up 2-0 in the series, only have one more win to go, and they'll be on to the Final Four. Nice block attempt by Luke. Quinton pokes it out. Another big shot. Big save by Quinton.
Goes into the corner.
I think that was Carter Gustafson, one of the leading scorers on the Wheat Kings, had a good chance there.
Big Al behind the net. Shoots it out. Trying to make that dump and chase work for him a second time. Catch Landon off guard. But it looks like he's focusing. He's tracking that ball a little bit better.
After a wild start, settled down into a defensive battle here. Not a lot getting going by either team.
A lot of shots from... Oh, and there's the first goal of the game.
Beautiful shot. Snipe top shelf.
The
Number
birthday.
9.
The birthday boy.
What a way to celebrate your birthday.
Beautiful. Ninth goal? Or is he... Oh, Barrett is number 5.
Yeah, Barrett sniped it.
Barrett sniped it. Okay. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, back to the game. Tied up here, about halfway through. And we've got Gusty playing it. There's Aiden.
Aiden Lever battling with Adam McQuarrie.
Ball goes up into the stratosphere, upstairs where they do all of the goal reviews. Big save by Q.
Quentin Hollywood Damon, solid as ever.
And frozen by Landon here. 1-0. So with the first round, five games, the second round, 5 games, and the very final game.
Save.
Great
chance
save
by Adam McQuarrie there.
The final game of the season for the Cup being a winner-take-all. Who do you hope, alumni-wise, will be able to get back here and give away that Cup this year, Mr. Skillen?
Well, we're hoping somebody's going to step forward and want to come and hand it out. We've had a lot of players in this league over the years. A lot of them have moved on to success in other forms of hockey and other sports. So we're hoping one of them would want to come back and do that.
So if you are an alumni, whatever you want to call it, from the FHL, and you are interested in coming back during a lunch hour, all you need to do is comment below, and we will definitely take your application to hand out the Sanders Memorial Floor Hockey Championship Cup, only a few short weeks away. Dragging down close to the end of this game here, Mr. Skillen, and having trouble getting one by either Mr. Friesen or Hollywood Quentin Damon. They're playing out of their minds, standing on their heads, let a couple of sloppy ones go through, but everything else.
Quentin didn't have much of a chance on Barrett's. Barrett's was a rocket up top.
Yeah, Barrett is a bit of a sniper.
If he was in the Army, we'd know what he'd be assigned to do.
Sniper duty, the STA. That's right.
Ooh, almost a deflection into the net there.
That could have been dangerous. Running out of time here.
That's why Don always says, chip it up high off the boards. Don't be throwing it up the middle.
And he just throws it up the middle. And Quentin catches it, passes it out, and it looks like we've got a face-off here.
Big Al looking around.
Checking out the
Checking
clock.
out the fans and how much time is left in the game. 1 minute left.
And we're down to the possible first shootout of the playoffs. Rules for the playoffs: no overtime. You go right to a shootout. European-style international shootout. Anybody can shoot in any order and as many times they want. Big, important freeze of the puck by Landon Friesen here.
Just no time for overtime in this format. Being student athletes, a student comes first. We're working on limited time here at lunch hour.
Oh, there's Carter fanning on the pass back into right in front of the goalie. Running out. There's Barrett. Takes a big shot. Another big save by Quentin. Freezes it right at the buzzer, and that's the game.
That could be a game saver right there. We'll see what happens in the shootout, but that could have done it for his squad. Oh, there's another face-off. Still must be some time left.
What was that sound then? I thought I heard a buzzer. I don't know.
Oh, they might have thought it went in.
Good thing we've got, and there's our buzzer.
The buzzer.
Good thing we've got such a skilled referee in Aiden Butts here. He's going to get these shooters set up right away. Stealth scored the first goal of the game, and they get the option of whether they want to shoot first or second, so let's see what happens.
So this is going to come down to the goalies after all. Both of them played solid games. It's a shame one of them's going to have to lose this game and get an L.
There's Landon Friesen. One of the top goals against average this season.
Getting some encouragement from one of the Gussie boys.
And there's Hollywood Quentin Damon, who's come into his own late in the season.
Baird Edinburgh for a shooter. Got one today. Oh, another one.
And that'll play.
What a way to celebrate the birthday. Get the tying goal, put it into a shootout, and then scoring on the first shootout shot.
Captain of the Stealth, Luke Turcott, going for his first shot of the shootout.
Oh, and he snips one too.
Yeah, not fancy. He's very straightforward. He's got a laser of a shot, so...
The goals are a little deep in the net. They're taking advantage of it, and they're shooting.
Brandon Gustafson. No fail there.
Not Gussie's first time in a shootout.
High glove side, and that is 3-2 Wheat Kings.
Excellent ice hockey player as well.
And here comes Adam. Landed with a huge save.
Big save.
Oh my goodness. All the birthday boy has to do is pot one, and they go up 2-0 in the series against the Stealth, putting them on the brink of elimination.
Oh, and he gets another one. The birthday boy, and they win it. Big win.
The Wheat Kings win in the shootout. Score says 4-2, but they win 3-2 in the final shootout. We're on our way to Coach's Corner with Ron and Don. We'll see you after the break.
Coach's Corner with Don and Ron. Brought to you by Mallin's Promotional Clothing and Products. Locally owned, locally produced.
Don, finally changed your jacket, I see.
Yeah, I know I'm not as colorful this week, but this baby, I pulled this one out of the back of the closet. This is when
It does look a little tight.
well, some of us grow up. But anyway, this is when I think this is the one I got when I won the Jack Adams Award, Coach of the Year, back in 1976, when I had the Big Bad Bruins under my belt. But, when I was coaching, I didn't make any bonehead moves like this Babcock, highest paid coach in the league. And did you see what he did the other night?
I saw it. I think a lot of people seen it.
He turned a 5-minute penalty into a 7-minute penalty kill. Who does that at whatever he makes, $100 million a year? I don't get it. I didn't make any mistakes like that. I knew it was going on out there, and I know some of you may want to talk about behind my back too, that little mistake I made against the Habs, too many men in the ice, and the Flowers scored a goal on me and beat us out of the playoffs. But that was different. Anyway, what are we doing?
Of course it was. Well, you know what? I know someone that would like your jacket. And that's your buddy Bobby Orr. Important day this week.
Yes, it is. Bobby, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Probably you could lace him up and still go out there and be better than half the defensemen out there today. Happy birthday, Bobby. Love ya.
Better than Butsy?
Oh.
All right, we won't get started on that. We got time for, we can talk about one of your favorites from Dryden, hockey player, or we can get into OFSA.
Yeah, let's do OFSA.
OFSA. All right, well, you know what? Why don't we go with your favorite hockey player first, and then we'll do OFSA later.
What are you asking me then for? Anyway, let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Dale Allen, you're a big fan of this guy.
Well, Dale would have had a coat like this. But anyway, yes. I remember last week we talked about those players that come from years ago that would score 40 goals, 200 penalty minutes. That was Dale Allen. When he played back in Kenora, I remember when he played in Kenora. He was so good, he made room for himself. Now, I'm not talking he had his elbows up all the time. He was just an intimidating hockey player. Skate, shoot, check, score goals. Oh, he had a helmet like Stan Mikita. Remember that helmet, that round dome that Stan had? Dale wore one of those.
He was a beauty.
He was a keeper. He was a keeper. Good player, that Dale Allen.
Absolutely. FHL awards are going to be coming up after the playoffs. They'll be handed out. A couple we want to talk about today was the Hart. And Curtis, we have Bebo, Butts, Wojtowicz, and Montgomery all up for the Hart. That's quite an honor to win that one.
That's a lot of players.
Who's your take?
Well, I know I've talked about Verkoki a lot, so we're going to leave him alone. Why is Butts in there? He doesn't even know what position he plays. if you're going to be in contention for the Hart, you got to at least know where you're playing. Goalie, forward, that kid doesn't even know where he's playing.
True enough.
Anyway, this Wisterwick there, he's pretty good.
Big Al.
Yeah, he's a big kid, carries the puck well. But you know who I like? I like that goalie, that young Bryn Montgomery. She's tough to beat.
She is. She's absolutely. I wonder if she'll be up for the Vezina. But we'll
think if you win the Hart, you're going to win the Vezina if you're goalie, right?
To be seen, yeah. And the Art Ross this year goes to Liam Jones. So he did in fact beat out your favorite, or one of your favorites there, Curtis Virioki.
Well, you got to be pretty good to beat out that kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that young Jones, he reminds me of one guy I used to coach. He was just a rookie. Rick Middleton, this smooth hockey player, not so big. He could carry the puck. He could shoot. Just scored. Points galore. Rick Middleton, Liam Jones. That's who he reminds me of. Good kid. Good player.
Let's get back to OFSA here. So we actually had a couple of former FHL players that got to take part in OFSA this week in Fort Francis, the All-Ontario Boys Hockey Championships. And we have Jace Gamble, Liam Ralsted, Lane Lahoe, Jacob Luley, Nick Ho, and Aiden Bebo all taking part. And they had a wonderful showing. What a great opportunity for them.
That's excellent. That's at Fort Francis.
Fort Francis.
Home of Mike Allison. Excellent hockey player. Two-way hockey player. So, Dryden participated in OFSA. Fort Francis participated in OFSA. Two small town, Northern Ontario towns, Northwestern Ontario towns. And they got to play against these big city schools, don't they?
Absolutely, yep. Toronto, Ottawa, Hamilton, yeah. Big cities.
For those kids out of this small town like that, Fort Francis, or any of those towns up in Northwestern Ontario, that's a testament to the hockey talent that's up there. Those kids are good. You scouts out there, you got to get up there, scour those rinks, look for those talented young hockey players up there. They could make a team someday. Get up there, you guys. Anyway, some of these players, this Rulstead boy, what do they call him nowadays? Two sport hockey players, or two sport athletes. That's it. Two sport athletes. How can you be a two-sport hockey player? Hey. Anyway,
question.
He played. I heard he was an excellent football player. Tough as nails too.
Yep.
I think that some of our stat guys are telling me right now that he had all kinds of touchdowns in their football league playing against teams in Winnipeg. So, much bigger city than Dryden.
Absolutely.
But anyway, I digress away from the hockey. Yeah, those are great players. Good on them. Good luck, boys. I hope to see you in the junior ranks one day.
Absolutely. From young blood to old farts on Coach's Corner.
And welcome back. Thank you for joining us once again for Game 2 of Game of the Week. Fantastic Coach's Corner as usual, Mr. Skillen. What did you think of that?
Oh, another great job by Ron and Don.
All right, so Swarm and Whalers taking each other on. Last game, really fantastic comeback by the Whalers late in the dying minutes of the game. Swarm, I thought were going to take the whole thing, but Curtis scores 3 quick goals and makes a game of it, and then finally they win. So the Swarm starting with Tegan in net, and Whalers starting with Lachlan Ryan. What are the Whalers going to have to do to really keep themselves in the driver's seat on this one, Mr. Skillen?
Well, the Whalers really heavily rely on Curtis. Curtis does the bulk of their scoring. So I think the Swarm, what they're going to have to do is try and keep Curtis off the score sheet. Otherwise, it's going to be another Whalers win.
And as you can see, Caitlin is back this week. The last game she was absent. She was a little bit sick. Don's favorite players, as far as we could tell other than Bobby Orr, is Caitlin, as he says, Verkoki, or Carlin Verkoki. But it's Caitlin Virioki, and there's the first one from Curtis, putting them on the board.
Right on cue, there's Curtis again.
Absolutely. So 1-0 here. Mr. Olsher, not the winner of the $1 million score and win. We'll try again next week. Still trying to give that $1 million away. It's really burning a hole in our pockets, but we can't seem to find somebody who's lucky enough to win.
Well, if it was easy, everyone would have $1 million, right?
Yeah, well, there's a reason that we've got it, and there's a reason that we want to give it away. We're just that charitable. The Swarm coming up here. We've got looks like Andrew, big shot on a Teagan, and it rolls in. That's an unlucky squeaker.
Great.
Oh my goodness. Weren't quite sure, but Aiden checks it, says it's in, and we're 2-0 here up over the Swarm. I think that was Curtis. I couldn't really tell. I didn't see who shot it last. There's Curtis again with the ball.
Yeah, the Whalers really missed Caitlin on defense last year. She should steady things for them this week.
Big shot from Colby. Kicked aside by Teagan and dumped in. Laughlin's all, and that's another one past Teagan. That was a tough one. That was a bullet. I think that's the hat trick for Curtis.
Yeah, they're going to have to Swarm's going to have to clamp down and maybe swarm Curtis to try and keep him off the score sheet. Make somebody else beat you.
Curtis intimidating out front. Laughlin looks always sharp and prepared back in the net.
Looks like Liam Skillen battling with Curtis in the corner.
It's all about trying to play man on Curtis, maybe 2 on Curtis. He likes to play the whole game. He likes to not go in or onto the bench and sub. Another big shot. Oh! And that one's in. That one's Jacob.
Jacob Howarth putting one home.
Jacob Howarth interviewed a few weeks ago, if you remember. Kaya asked him why he doesn't have a lot of goals on one of the higher scoring teams, and quite correctly, he focuses on passing and making those plays. So he was due for some goals, and that's one that he's got in the playoffs, and that's a big deal. And there's another one.
Smokes a rifle by Curtis from his own end. Snipes one, top shelf.
Just like Alex playing it from his own blue line.
Well, they're both big, strong fellas. They can really fire the puck.
Absolutely.
Not making it easy on our young goaltenders.
And Riders with the puck. Looking for Liam in the opening.
Liam's wide open if they can get him the puck.
And here comes Colby. Stolen by Liam.
Liam playing it back. Oh, he's got a chance there. Only one hand on the stick, though.
Oh!
John would say get 2 hands on that stick, Liam.
Ryder Paquette. Big snipe. Puts him on the board. They needed that.
Gets him back in the game. He's got a nice scoring touch, Ryder, so hopefully he'll fire a few more in there, get him back in the game.
Gotta be pretty warm wearing that hoodie underneath his jersey. It's nice and toasty in the gym, but maybe he likes it that way. He's got to be comfortable. Wayne Gretzky always said hockey players, they're a superstitious bunch, and they like to be comfortable, so maybe he's got a very specific way that he gets ready before a game, the way he dresses. Who knows?
Lucky sweatshirt, maybe.
Swarm struggling to get it out of their own net. There's Caitlin playing D.
And as usual, she gets rid of it and clears the zone.
Big shot. Big save.
Leads to a scoring chance. Something to be said for making sure you chip it out of your zone. Keep it out of harm's way.
Before the game, we had Mr. Nyberg speaking with Curtis. He's going to fill us in with his information probably later on. But there is definitely a lot of leadership that comes from Curtis when he's getting his team pumped up to play.
There's a big save. Big save by Teagan.
And the ball was blown dead, actually. He looked like he was going to play a little bit of roughhousing there.
And let's check in with Mr. Nyberg between the benches.
I was just talking to Curtis Varioki down here between the benches. He was emphasizing short shifts to keep his team fresh out there. He knows full well that in order to make a deep run at the Sounders Cup, his team is going to need to keep their legs fresh and their minds sharp. We also took a long look at the Swarm bench. That's a feisty looking squad. They're ready for a second half push. That's it for Between the Benches. Back to you boys upstairs.
Well, thanks for that, Mr. Nyberg.
Yeah, that's Emily poking at it, trying to get that puck just get rubber on net. Just keep on going. You're running out of time. You're down 4 goals.
Swarm's got a good forecheck going, but boom, now right back out of the zone.
Oh, that was another unlucky shot. Another one trickles in. 6-1 Whalers.
Jacob get that one again?
I believe that was Jacob. Ryder wins the faceoff, turns it around, passes it to Liam. Nice save by Lachlan.
Oh, Emily.
Sorry,
Oh,
Emily.
Emily, a great chance and just fired her high. Wide open, yawning cage.
That's got to be tough this late in the game when you have so much game to make up, such a wide margin. You want to get a few, and the game can change. If last time's game 1 showed us anything, it's that you can run away with the game and catch up by 3-4 goals in the span of a minute. Face off deep in front of Lachlan Ryan.
Well, with the small confines, you're never really out of range to score a goal.
Never.
We've seen goals scored from their own end, so any kind of shot can be dangerous in this type of format.
There's Colby trying to feed Curtis.
Look at Curtis scoring all those goals, but back defensively. He's still defensively responsible, even though he's a top sniper in the league.
Yeah, he's probably the best defensive forward that we've got. And we know that Don has chosen the Whalers to go all the way. And if they keep playing like this, they're going to be definitely very competitive. Somehow we got a goal there. I missed that one.
7th goal.
Very competitive as we move forward. There's your game. Ladies and gentlemen, from Mr. Norino
and Mr. Skillen,
thanks so much for joining us on Game of the Week, and we'll see you next time.